New York. And yeah, thank you very much, Elmira, for joining. So Elmira will have a presentation. It's a very nice presentation and full of information. And after the presentation, we'll have Q&A meeting. And please don't leave after Q&A because we'll have a time for networking. I encourage everyone to open the camera and talk about themselves because it's an Analyst Talks 8. So almost 8 meetings that we are meeting with people. And at the end of the meetings, we do a networking session. Of course, it's online. Everybody gives a question each other, shares LinkedIn profile, and it helps everyone to get to know each other and have a good networking. Now, you are sharing your time with us. You're joining to here. So please, we are trying to help you to take most of it, okay? So yeah, floor is yours, Elmira. You can start.
Hi, everyone. It's my pleasure to present today my experiences in US, talking about the US education, how I ended up here living in New York, and how was my past 2 years. Let me just present my presentation with you really quick. So give me 1 second. Okay. Can everybody see my screen? Thank you, Nazrin.
Not yet, we can't see.
Okay.
Okay.
It says Google Chrome might not have screen recording permission on your computer.
Okay, I can share my screen and I have your presentation, no worries. And you will tell me to switch. No worries, okay.
Okay.
Share screen, just a second. Okay, happens, it's normal. Okay. Great. Share screen, window, presentation. Yeah. Can you see now?
Yep.
Great.
Okay. Our topic today is Beyond Borders, Studying Abroad and Student Life in America, presenting Elmira Babayeva, MBA graduate and Wilmington University alumni. And so my journey started 2.5 years ago when I was working in for an office job and decided, like, I always have dreams to study abroad, and unfortunately some of my attempts have failed. I have tried to go to study Europe, Turkey, like from different perspective. Like it was like better choices back then because as everybody knows, like we have differences in the system, in the way of teaching. Like the education in here in Azerbaijan or in US or Europe is totally different. And I wanted to explore how is the education over there, what can I learn from foreign education system and how it can benefit me. So I was exploring constantly, and I ended up applying for tons of universities and different programs. And the main struggle for me back then was finding a good scholarship because education expenses a lot, and I just didn't want to waste that amount of money. It's not a waste. I would say the money we're spending for our education is never a waste, but you know, coming from middle income family, I was not able to fund myself, and I was working at the same time and looking for the opportunities. So first of all, I have tried to study in Europe, and even though I was applying, my my application didn't go through from the first screenings because my GPA was not that high due to my university officials. They say it should be much more higher because there is a lot of competition and you should be competing with the local students here first in order to get through that. Even though my GPA was not that low, I failed from the first like screening, like the application screenings, and then I moved on. It's not a big deal because we're all experiencing different like the way of expressing ourselves. And back then, for me, a failure was not an end. So I decided, Elmira, please, let's move on. It's not the end of the world, so you can do better. I was pretty sure, like, if something doesn't happen, I'm pretty sure that there's a way more better chances out there in the future, which is waiting for us. So okay, let me just go through the topics we will be discussing, and I will dive into those topics, and I will share all my experiences during the slides. So, okay, why study abroad? Challenges of studying abroad, requirements for US universities and application processes. We will talk about scholarship, financial aid and budgeting, student life in America, both like social and academic life. Also career growth, work opportunities for international students here in US, even though it's really, really hard, but we will dive into that as I'm going through that phase right now. And last but not least, it's gonna be a Q&A section, okay? So hold on one second, sorry. Sorry, yeah. Why study abroad? Why choose to study in the US? Because US is one of the most popular study destination. It's attracting millions of students across the world. And yeah, here is why, like, a lot of like world-class education, flexible education system. You can choose your minor and major easily. Here in Azerbaijan, we are, as students, we're more focused on the topics, not in a practical way, but in a theoretical way. We are learning the theories, we're reading from the books, we're sort of learning tests by heart. In my experience, I have graduated from Azerbaijan State University of Economics, and we were basically learning the theory, but there was nothing practical that we can show our skills, we can learn from the practices. Even though we had really great teachers, professors, they had American experiences, they had Europe experiences. They were trying to show their experiences and teach us what they learned there, but somehow it was colliding in Azerbaijan education system. And then I think that it's not enough. Sometimes you should learn beyond those textbooks, or like the you know what I mean, because everybody
Only
has been
reading
through.
textbooks is not enough, huh?
Definitely, because I just don't want to talk really bad stuff about Azerbaijan education system, but we all know that what is missing in our education. So we need more practices. We need more, I would say, foreign style practices that students can show their skills. And okay, we will talk about that. So why? First, beside of the world-class education, we have a really flexible education system here. With what that means is you can choose which subjects you want to take, and it is not mandatory, it's not given to you that you should go through all of these subjects through your education years. It is much more beneficial, in my opinion, to decide what you want to learn and what you want to dive into, like to know better, or to practice a lot. So in Azerbaijani experience, we were giving the list of subjects that we should take, and so even though if you're not interested in, they've been teaching us philosophy, I guess, in my first year in Azerbaijan, which I didn't have that much interest, and so yeah. Here in US, it's way more different than in Azerbaijan. So yeah, why studying abroad? Why studying abroad? Because there is a diverse and inclusive culture. It doesn't matter in Europe, in like in America, or any part of the world. What really matters is you are open to new challenges, and you are not afraid to giving it a try, like giving a shot to what it looks like in foreign countries. Of course, like we all know that it's gonna be different, but how different? Maybe we will learn something that we would never imagine if we haven't decided to go further or study abroad, because it's all about new challenges. It's all about finding yourself and being open to new beginnings. So yeah, and also strong career opportunities. Here in US, after the graduation, you are given a 1-year optional training period. It's called OPT, and as soon as you complete your degree, you have 60 days to get your job offer. After like completing all your degree, 60 days are given to you to land in a job. Please stay here. Is that your? Okay, thank you. And also, okay, what was I talking about? I really forgot. So yeah, after that, there is career opportunities. So basically, US is giving you some time.
60 days, is it short? I think it's short time.
Because students doesn't start like prior to the end date. You should start like a semester earlier looking for jobs, and it doesn't mean that it should be a legit job. You can do an internship, whether it's free internship or paid. So you should have it like at least something legit that you can show and prove that you are currently working on something. And innovation and entrepreneurship. US is really big. Like all the states is like a different big country, and here a lot of like all the states have their own regulations and their own like culture, I would say, about the entrepreneur mindset for the people with entrepreneur mindsets. And US is, I mean, the Silicon Valley. Even it's in California or in New York, doesn't matter. All these big startups are born in here. I mean, most of them are born in here. And also the English language advantage. It's also a big contributor because you're always involved. Even though your English is not that like high, so you can be in touch with people and practice constantly, like day and night. So it's gonna be a great contribution to your academic success, I would say. My English was okay. Before coming here, I I took an IELTS test. It's called like IELTS. So my overall band score was 7, and even though my writing was not that high, I managed. And you are required to show your language skills, because here they want you to be socially active. They want us, I mean the students, to be networking, because here universities see the students as an asset, and they want you to succeed in the future, because plus most of the private universities, they're getting funded by the sponsor, by the rich people. And if you are successful in the future, it's a good reputation for the university. So if you're coming here to US without having a good, like at least basic knowledge of English, you will struggle to find friends. You will struggle to socialize, to being part of the events, like, and it all matters in here. Like think as a
Networking is a key, yeah?
right. Networking is a key, and doing it in order to do it in a right way, you should have conversational English, because even though in my experience, I have friends all over the world. I have friends from Europe, I have friends from India, Bangladesh, like a lot of countries, but they all know conversational English. So just to everyone, if you guys want to study abroad, just make sure that you're practicing English in a daily basis, and it will help you in the future a lot. Even though if you decide not to go forward and study in foreign countries, in your current workplace, the workplaces that you will apply, your English will be a great contributor to that. And beside of that, there are huge sources in English. You can find tons of free and paid resources. And if you want to reach out to really good quality materials, it will be like 90% in English. So just keep in mind that like knowing English and expressing yourself plays a big role. So let's move on.
Okay, it's now challenges.
Okay. Now, challenges of studying abroad. I can spend like hours talking about the challenges
Yeah,
of
exactly.
studying abroad, because everybody has different experiences. But today I will talk about mine. First of all, culture shock, adapting to a new lifestyle and social norms. Culture shock hit me as soon as I landed in the airport. It was like a slap in the face. So everything was
Back in
different.
the face, nice.
Like literally everything was so different. I was so traumatized and I was so depressed when I landed in here, because first I landed in Philadelphia airport, and starting from the way people dress to the surroundings around me, everything was so different. Let's till I came to US at 24 years, and I got used to the norms in my country. Even though I have traveled a lot of countries before, but America was totally different. And I think I was ready somehow to being here, but even like doesn't matter how ready you are, your brain just plays with you, and it's just shows you like how different the things are, and you need time. What my recommendation for the people who are considering studying outside of their home countries, just please guys, please give yourself some time. Don't be depressed, don't be overwhelmed. I know people coming, like moving to different country. I had a friend, she moved to France, and as soon as she finished the first semester, she came back because she says she couldn't handle.
Why?
But
Couldn't handle
yeah,
because of
she couldn't
culture shock?
handle. It was a lot of like series of the reasons. She says people are cold in France. Like she tried really hard and tried to finish the first semester, and then she decided no, it's not my cup of tea, and then she moved back. But I'm highly recommending people that just give yourself some time, be patient. It all goes away, and in the end, you will thank yourself for being patient and being open to the challenges. And the homesickness, missing family, friends, and family surroundings. Um, First week, I remember myself crying for my grandmother because we have such a bond. We're so close, and I love her so, so much. She's my role model in life, and uh, the the way we were close together, I cannot express into the world. And it's been a long time that I don't see her, even though we're trying to be in touch all the time, thanks to the smartphones and video calls. Somehow it's manageable. You miss family, you miss friends, but you're making new friends here. And I would say the main contributor was overcoming the challenge about the homesickness is making friends here, because it's so much fun with the friends, like with new friends. You don't know them from your country. They have totally different backgrounds, and they're teaching you something new. You're teaching them something new, and it's all about like a good collaboration. And so yeah, just be open to new beginnings and be open to new friendships. It doesn't have to be something really strong at as you had in your home country, but
I think probably they will not be as strong as you had in the home country.
no, but it's a new friendship. You never know what comes next, right?
Okay, maybe.
So yeah, maybe I have really good friends over here, even though it's just like 2 years and a half. I can call them friends.
Okay.
So yeah. And financial management, budgeting for tuition, rent, and daily expenses. I'm pretty sure that everybody wants to study abroad or have abroad experience. They can confirm that everything is expensive out there. So it doesn't matter in Europe or like any other country. Like you got used to the
New prices.
different and price tags. Yeah. So here in US, I wasn't expecting that everything can be that expensive, because maybe I'm like, as I told before, I wasn't making that much money back in Baku. I can like give you a rough estimate that people are making my monthly salary in a few days in here. So my the money that I earned back there was nothing compared to the economy here. So we will talk about the tuition fees and all these expenses, but I just wanted to mention that it was so expensive first. Like I was really in shock that, oh my God, how expensive can a like basic things like an egg can be. It like rough estimate, like a pack of like dozen egg costs $9 here. So you guys can have an idea. So yeah. And academic pressure, adjusting to a different education system here in US. Professors doesn't they're not so involved with the students. They are giving you the idea how to solve a problem, but they're never fully like directly teaching you how. They're just giving you examples. All you have to do is open your laptop, open your resources, your books, be in the library all day long and trying to find a solution yourself, because they will never directly give it to you. As you, Nijat, have like mentioned many times, that mentors, teachers, academic professors, they're teaching us how to fish. They're not giving us the fish. So yeah, that thing, I guess, is preparing us to the real world scenarios and the situations, because like eventually you will be on your own, and it's better to be prepared and to be strong, to be like challenging, because you know, you never know what comes next. And I'm pretty sure that in the workplaces here, nobody, like your managers, like in my country, that I'm also like giving you guys examples from there in Baku and here, that you can clearly have an idea. So what was different back like here and there? There my managers was like, they were so welcoming and they were so patient on while the onboarding process, and they were teaching you and at least like giving you an idea how the things are going on.
Where, in
But
USA or in Azerbaijan?
in Azerbaijan, but in
Okay.
US, you are on your own. Nobody will like
They give you SOP and go read
babysit
it.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody will babysit you, but the onboarding processes are pretty rough. So you gotta be um, careful. You gotta be prepared, because um, they're spending their resources, they're spending their money on the new employees, and they just want to see outcome as soon as possible. They don't want you to be like the professional while working on the job. They already want you to see as professional. So it's the same with like it's the same the practice in education also. So yeah, professors wants you to be strong, be prepared for the upcoming job opportunities, and yeah, we can move on. So let's talk about the requirements for US universities and application processes. So depending on what are you trying to apply, it can be a college, a university. You can apply universities for your MBA program or PhD. They all have, even though like different states have different regulations. So better to decide your scope first, decide what career you want to like. I'm pretty sure that we have people join here from different backgrounds. So let's talk about the what most universities have in common, like in like requirements, but they're different. Let's say degree level, we have bachelor's graduate programs like master's, MBA, and PhD. There are different type of institutions like Ivy League, public, private, or community colleges, and field of studies, STEM programs. So degree of level undergraduate takes 4 years, like bachelor's degree. So you have to be here in US. Your school experience matters when if whether you want to apply for the university or not, because here in US it's 12 years education before any college or university. So in Azerbaijan it's 11 years, but here is 12 years. That's why some of the students I know personally, they completed their first year in the university in Azerbaijan to be considered ready for US education, and then they applied for bachelor's degree. So even if it's less than 12 years, so you can whether have an extra year, like onboarding year, which I would say it's not a waste of time, but this is the structure here. So yeah, and Also, the graduate level, master's and MBA, it takes 2 years. I will talk about my experience. Mine is MBA. It took 2 years, and I just showed all my transcripts, all the test scores and requirements, and I was considered to be ready there to get an education in US. So type of institutions, the Ivy League, public, private, or community colleges. Community colleges, those are smaller colleges which students can, if you're a local, you're basically paying less than international students. But if you are international students, I would say if it's around $200 to $400, like per subject, I would say. No, per, I just forgot the word. Per class, yeah. So you're just counting the credits. Oh my God, I was trying to remember the word. Yeah, you're just counting the credit, and you are paying $200 to $400 per credit. And public schools are also considered cheaper compared to the private ones. Private universities are extremely expensive, I would say. Yeah, depending on the universities, per semester you are required to pay between 30,000 to 60,000 US dollars. Ivy League,
Yusuf asks
university.
how much salary?
Huh?
How much salary? Tell us
For
about
what?
the real world. How much salary? Probably asking the presentation will be sent after meeting. You can get, yes. How much salary? Probably starting salary. What will be realistic?
As soon as you graduate, as I told before, depending on your, like, it really depends.
Let's
You
say
can,
minimum range, minimum, maximum. Okay, there's no boundaries, but
okay,
realistic.
minimum I would say started like $50,000 per year.
Okay,
Here is like, yeah, consider yearly base, but if you're like junior, you have no experience, you are a newbie starting from the beginning, they can still hire very junior people with the base salary of $50,000. So if you're, I had friends like associate degree, they started with associate degrees. So as soon as they finished their master's degree, they got job over $100,000 per
Oh,
year.
oh,
Yeah.
good.
So
So
yeah, all I can say is if you can, if you're considering a life here in US, just expect that it can grow. Your salary can grow, like as long as you are improving yourself and your skills.
okay, maybe let's skip. Let's speed up. I mean, this education part. What do you think? And let's people are. I see that are interested in the real life. I mean,
Okay.
about money stuff. What about undergraduate? You can tell.
So here's the undergraduate. I thought that people are considering study in US. That's why I included all those information, because
I will
it's
send
interesting to
presentation as
people.
well. By the way, it's very good.
Okay. So for
Oh,
undergraduate, yeah, this one. So yeah, for undergraduate and bachelor's degree requirements, starts with the high school diploma and the transcripts. It must be translated into English, and it has to be evaluated by the third parties here in US. So basically, you're sending your transcripts and diploma, and they are just translating and evaluating. And if everything is okay, they are sending the copy not to you, but the university or school you want to apply. So it takes, I mean, it also have fees. I remember I paid around $300 for only this evaluation part. So yeah, and there's standardized test, SAT, ACT. For some universities, these are optional, but for the foreign students, we are considered foreign students to those universities. So yes, if you want to have an undergraduate, like bachelor's degree, you should have SAT or ACT. It consists of two parts. One is checking your English language skills, and the other part can be it's basically math, but you can choose extra subjects like literature or biology, chemistry, like physics, depending on your your scope, like the education you want to get. English proficiency test. U.S. universities are accepting TOEFL, IELTS, or Duolingo. The maximum point you can get, it doesn't matter at all. All they have, they all have base scores showing in the websites. If you guys wanna apply for the universities, I'm highly recommending first decide the subjects you want to take, like which major you want to pursue in, and then just decide which state is in that. And then if you decided the universities, go to their websites. There is like tons of information about their requirements, what they want from you, and you basically have a list so you can plan ahead. It doesn't matter if it's going to happen in 1 or 2 years. At least you know what to prepare for and what is your base course will be. Some universities, they accept, even though your IELTS score is 5, but it really depends on the school and the university. So, and the letter of recommendation from teacher, council, or mentors, it is always best way to showcase your skills, because they want successful students to come and study there. That's why they want you, they just want to prove. So your teachers and counselors will be the best way to talk about you. If you have a volunteering experience, if you if you had a club at the school while you're studying, if you had any extra activities, they can talk about it, and it can be a great way of proving yourself. So personal statement and essay. It's about background, achievement, and aspiration. It can be really easy topics, but what matters is how you express yourself. They can ask you why you want to study here. So a lot of hundreds of thousands of people are applying for the universities, and you should be out of the competition. You should show why you really want to study there and why you choose the university in a way that it can separate you from the others, from the rest. And extracurricular activities, leadership roles, volunteering, sports, and internships, it plays a huge role while in the application process, because even here in US, if you are really good at sports, they're giving you scholarships because you are representing them. And also internships and leadership roles, doesn't matter how big the role was, or let's say I was a volunteer at ASIC. It's a volunteering experience community in Azerbaijan. They have branch in Azerbaijan, and they're basically working with the students and help them to find the internship opportunities abroad. So I showed it as my volunteering experience. It was totally unpaid, but I'm guessing it played a huge role while admission.
It paid you in future still.
Right, you see? Yeah, right. Somehow it pays off. And application fee,
Application fee, right?
Yeah, typically $50 to $100 per university, depending on the university. But you can don't forget to apply for fee waiver options. Sometimes you can apply for fee waiver and they're just waiving it off. You don't have to pay those $50, $100 university application fees. Like I recommended to apply for fee waivers. So next, move on to the next slide, please.
Yeah, let's see. Let's just mention of them and go to Q&A session again.
Okay, and graduate for the graduate and master's students, there are some requirements. As I told before, for undergraduates, your high school or school transcripts should be evaluated. But for master's degree, your bachelor's degree transcripts must be evaluated for US universities. As I mentioned, you're just sending them your transcripts and they're just evaluating and send them to the schools. For the master's degree, GRE, GMAT scores, it is required for MBA and especially STEM degrees. STEM means science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. If you are considering an education on those fields, better to go for GRE and GMAT. I would say it's not very hard at all compared to the exams we're preparing for to enter the university. It's like basically similar, but in English. So yeah. And English proficiency tests we talked about already. Also the statement of purpose, letter of recommendation. Here, for the master's degree, your resume and CV plays a big role. For bachelor's, it's not needed, but for master's degree, it is needed because they want to see your background, they want to see your working experiences, your researches and achievements. As I told before, they want to see you in a big picture, and they want succeeding students to choose them. That's why they're so picky while choosing the students. And also the work experience. As you are an MBA or master's degree, like we are applying for MBA, it's better to have a work experience before like diving into the MBA program as soon as you finish your bachelor's degree. That's why that's what I see in my generation and in younger generation in Azerbaijan. They finish the university, the bachelor's degree, before having a proper working experience. They want getting a master's degree, but maybe you will change your mind while working. Maybe you will see that like there are better options, or this position is not for you. Why we should like wasting like such a big amount of time and resources and money in a career that we will not pursue in the future. Okay, let's move on.
Great. Scholarship, financial. Everybody likes scholarships.
Right.
Please.
Okay, scholarship, financial aid, and budgeting. There are different type of scholarship. Merit-based scholarship is one of them. It's giving for academic excellence. Let's say your GPA is so high, your test scores are good. With the good recommendation letters and purpose of letters, you can get those merit-based scholarship. But before applying, you should know that if the university is offering a merit-based scholarship or no. So if you're sure about your academic excellence, just look for the universities that they are offering merit-based scholarships. There are also need-based scholarships for students who need financial assistance. Basically, if your family's annual income, your parents' annual income is less than $60,000, you can be eligible for it, but you have to prove it. An athletic scholarship, it's given for students who are really good at sports. As I told, you will be representing them in the future. So they're somehow want to attract you, to choose you, and you want to make sure that you choose them. and that's why they are also offering athletic scholarships. And universities specific scholarship, each university has its own grants. My university, as soon as I got admitted, I was looking for the scholarships, and I would say almost all the universities they are giving the scholarship away. You just have to be searching for it and applying in a good way so you can get the scholarship, because there is a huge competition. People are from across like different countries and really good backgrounds. They're competing over those grants and scholarships. So, but it's manageable. So if you want, like, it means that you have a chance, and if you're good enough, so yeah, you can get those scholarship. And external scholarship, those are the scholarship offered by the organization, like Fulbright, Turing, and etc. Fulbright, if I'm not mistaken, it is given for the students to finish their master's degree here in US. They're funding you all your expenses, like tuition fees, your housing experience, like expenses, and all this stuff. And it is I think so. I was an event in Baku in Hilton Hotel, and it is sponsored by the U.S. Councils in those countries, or the U.S. government, but the councils are the ones who are promoting it. So if you're eligible, you can come and study here in US, but the competition is so high. Only one or two lucky students are giving those scholarships. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. I wish I had access for my presentation, so I wouldn't bother you, Nija.
No worries. If you slides left, and let's finish and go to Q&A session. And
thank you so much. Thank you so much for your patience. Okay, I can talk about these scholarships, but I will just give you an overall idea that all of these scholarships are somehow like you can get those scholarships if you plan in a right way. If you get prepared, like, see it as a long-term plan. See yourself in the next, let's say, 1 or 2 or 3 years, and if you want to get the scholarship, what I'm trying to explain is they're really not easy to get, but somehow people are getting it. So why we cannot be one of them, right? So we can definitely be one of them who can get those scholarships, and like, why we should like pay thousands of dollars for the education instead, like applying. Because for me, I have ADHD, and I'm really like just if I have a plan to let's say I have a list of admissions, I will do it in the deadline. So, and it like gives me extra boost of motivation that I'm applying the same day. But it doesn't have to be that way if you guys are really good, like time management skills and habits. Just I'm recommending you to don't wait till deadline. Just make sure you're applying all of the scholarships as soon as they start, because they are looking for the applications of the people who applied earlier rather than in the end, in the deadline. Okay, it increases and boosts your chances to get those scholarships. Please move on. So student life in US and the academic system, what's the difference? I would say flexible curriculum. Students can choose their majors and minors here. We talked about already, they don't require to take all the classes they're given to, and continuous assessments. Grades depend on assessments, projects, and class participation. So in overall, you are getting the grade depending, let's say, for the assignments, they're giving you the total 50% of your total grade, and the project it's adding extra 20%, and your class participation it's just the 10%, but it matters in the end. All combines up, and if you are on top of all of these, you can get really good grades. So office hours, what I like here in US is that your professors are accessible, your mentors, your tutors, doesn't matter. University staff feel like they make you feel cared. So you feel like somebody's always there for you, even if you have any type of problems, they're always there, just one call away. It's easy, they're accessible, and I love it, because when I first moved here, I had troubles while navigating through the portal they are given to us, and all the time, like, because US education is a new, like totally new sphere for me, I didn't have that much troubles because they were always helpful. And also social life and making friends. For the international students, I would recommend join to students clubs. It help with networking and fun activities. My university, they had, like, even though like I was living in a different state and I was traveling to my university a couple of days a week, and I wish I could be there like much more than I did. But what I would say is I had the chance to participate in those activities a few times. It was so much fun. You are getting in touch with a lot of people, and it's such a good environment. Just highly encouraging you to join those social events, and also the university events. And dorm life, on campus, off campus, depends on the university. They can offer you, especially if you're in the graduate students, your first 2 years is really important for them, because you're coming from different culture to a new culture, and they don't want you to be overwhelmed. So most of the universities, they're offering campus housing for first and second year undergraduate students. But 2 years is a good amount of time to be in touch with people and to see what's really going on around you. And you guys can later move on, or like you guys can share an apartment, as I did. And I'm sharing, like, I have shared an apartment with five other girls, and it was also so much fun. So I would say the best part of my university life is to living with the girls from different backgrounds. It was because we were hanging around, we were seeing the new places every night. We were playing games and etc. We were helping each other. So yeah, handling the culture shock. I did it, like I talked about it in the beginning, but being open to new experiences and being patient. Like, guys, patience is the key. So just give yourself some time. I know it's hard to do, but eventually you will realize that it's all about the patience. So as being patient, you will realize you will get to know that you will have a chance to know the culture better. You will learn from the people who are already living here.
The most shocking
And
part, huh? Culture.
the most shocking, you mean the culture shock for me?
I mean, almost, like, the new stuff, the culture shock, the total new.
You're like, is it a question for me?
No, I mean as a
Oh
statement,
yeah.
because we didn't used to that culture. Okay,
Yeah.
here we have as a question. Could you please write the name of your university and scholarship? And what's your scholarships that you won? If you won, what titles?
My university is Wilmington University. I mentioned in the beginning of the
Yes, here.
yeah
Let's copy paste.
Wilmington University. Um, it just like um, it just it was the internal scholarship provided by the university, and it only covered one semester of my education. Unfortunately, for the rest of the for the rest of the my tuition years, I had
You
to
paid
pay.
from your pocket.
I paid.
Okay,
So,
okay.
but the good news is I I did both. I worked and covered my tuition expenses, so it's manageable.
Okay,
You
nice.
can work either on campus or off campus. Like on campus, it's gonna be I think I have it on the slides. I hope that I added it. Can
Yeah,
you please
here
go down?
part-time jobs you have on campus
Right.
only.
Okay.
Now you can internship or off
So
campus.
part-time jobs for international students, it can be on either on campus. So on campus jobs like cafeteria, library, admin office, or tutoring, or if you are getting the chance to apply for being an assistant to a professor, being an assistant to a researcher, you are getting your tuition free fully, just to make sure as soon as you get admitted to the university, right to the dean's office, to the like all the offices, international student office, that if they need an assistant for their professors, for their researchers, and as soon as you get the job, your tuition will be free. And so for the on-campus jobs, you are required to work no more than 20 hours a week, because they just want you to be focused on your studies rather than like chasing the jobs and like the money. That's why like the main idea of granting students with the scholarship is
Yeah.
just making sure that they are focused on the studies rather than the chasing for the money, because obviously people coming in here, they're low on budget because economy is different and etc. So yeah.
So
And
let's answer the question. How did you find the job in several months? Did your university help you? Just let's give you a short question. We are running out of time. How did you find the
um
job?
I actually landed in a like different jobs. I'll be honest with you, it was not on campus jobs. I worked like so many, like I was in a barista in a coffee shop. Like it is not considered legal to work like outside of your university, but everybody does that, I'll be honest with you. So if you like, here in I'm talking about the US experience, there are a lot of opportunities. Doesn't matter you're a student or not. Like there are a lot of jobs you can do. I know people like doing, I don't know, Amazon deliveries, like doing like it's not recommended because your focus will be not on the studies as expected. You will have some problems while managing your time for your studies and social life. It was a complete chaos for me for the first year. But what I'm telling you is, if you can, like, you can, if you guys wanna come here to study in US, you can get in touch with me via LinkedIn. I can give you like side information. I don't know if I should like giving all the information here directly, because as I told about the job part, not all the jobs are legal to work. You as a student, you don't
Be
have a
careful
workout.
about it.
Yeah, you're not allowed to work outside of your campus. And as a student, you don't have a work authorization, but there are ways. So be strong.
Okay, is it to find a waiter or something similar jobs, and does it pay all your fees and survival? I guess yes, because you paid already.
Yes, it does.
So use LinkedIn, career fairs, and to talk to network to find it.
Okay, networking events. I would say I was a little bit late to starting on like networking with people and going into the career fairs. I just woke up and realized that okay, you're a graduate, so it would be much more easier for me if I started earlier rather than after the graduation, because as soon as you start, you have better chances because even though you're studying, let's say, you have the scholarship, you're studying in the university, and while studying, you can apply for internships, even though if it's like unpaid volunteering experience, doesn't matter. Any job counts. Any job you're involved is a show skill that you can put into your resume, and it will pay off in the end. It doesn't matter. Look, I already talked about my volunteering experience in Baku, and it helped me like somehow to show that like I had any other like job experiences, but even the small like volunteering experience, people see like some people think that oh it's not paying in the end, it's not needed, I have to work only if they pay. But no, first of all, it prepares you for the real world situations and gives you experience. Plus it's a skill sets you can show in the future that you are you can manage things, you know. Okay.
Great.
And how to find a job, LinkedIn, networking events, career fairs on campus, and talking to professors and alumni. And also there are websites here, like a lot of websites you can go through and just type the keywords, any experiences. There are filters. You can choose and start applying. The key is apply as much as you can, because let's say if out of 100 application, only one responds you with a
Exactly.
with a screening call.
So
So
expect very low answer. Okay.
yeah. So let's say you are applying for 1,000 different job postings. At least you will have like 10 in your hand, right? So more applications means more chances.
The more you
Final
apply,
take
the better you find them.
right. Final takeaways: the US offers world-class education, but requires preparation. You have to prepare it in advance. Think it as a long-term plan. Like think years ahead, you know. If you're still undergraduate, think about masters. It doesn't have to be another undergraduate degree. Think about masters. Just go to the university websites to have an idea what are the requirements, what do they want from you. And also all the university websites have like the huge scholarship and financial aid, like the part in the website, so you can dive into that, see what's going on there. Just watch a lot of YouTube videos. Internet is full of resources, and do not hesitate asking for help. If you know like somebody's working for that job, of course he is the one I will first reach out to get advice, right? So if you know some people were like studying abroad, let's say your focus is US, your focus is Europe, don't hesitate, reach out to them, ask your question. Even me, you can reach out to me. I think Nijat shared my LinkedIn
Yeah, even Isa sent you a
information.
connection request, so you can accept, and he wants to
Okay,
ask something from you.
I will.
Okay,
And
great.
last but not least, career growth is possible through internship, OPT, and networking. I think we missed the OPT part now. Or did I cover the OPT part? Can you just go to the OPT, please?
OPT, what's the meaning of OPT?
OPT means optional training period.
No, you didn't.
And can you just move a few slides.
Yeah. Here. Okay, optional practice training here.
Okay, I just don't want to miss that part because it's very important. So as soon as you finish your degree, you are giving them, like, during your education, CPT allows internships during your students. If you wanna work as an intern, so it's called CPT. You are applying for that, and your university, if your university approves, so they're sending your documentation and approving it, so you can start while you're studying there. But legally, you are not allowed to work like outside of the campus, right? So as soon as you finish your degree, as soon as you finish your studies, you are giving 12-month working permit after the graduation. So let's say you graduated. So before graduation, you are starting, like, you start applying for the jobs, and as soon as you got a job offer, you have like 60 days between your graduation and submitting the papers that you have already an offer. So if in case you have these like within those 2-month periods you have an offer, you're just sending all the documentation to university, they approve it, and your social security cards and working permits is being approved, and they're posting it to you, so you're free to go, you're allowed to work. And so you graduated and you have extra 1 year to work and gain experience in US. If your major is a STEM degree, which means science, technology, engineering, or math, like if you are in a technical field, they are giving you 2 more extra years. So my degree is STEM. I studied business analytics. It's like data analytics altogether. And as my field is technical, so I have 3 years in total to gain real world experience, like working for the companies, like getting a legit real job. So yeah.
Great. Here we have a question. I'm coming from the physics background. Can I win scholarship over data scientist, data analyst?
Of course, as I told before, all you have to do is decide like whether you want to continue the same. First of all, thank you so much for all of your attention, and Nijat for your participation, like helping me going through the slides. Talking about this question, yeah, depending on the major, just look for the scholarship that are granting students who are studying in physics. I would say, like, as it's like technical fields are getting really good scholarships. So what I would recommend is deciding the university and the major first, and then this, because as you start applying, you will see that it's almost the same. You will have your preparations ready. You will have your documentations ready. Let's say your test scores, your transcribed GPA, everything is ready. So all you have to do is taking your time, looking for the scholarships and applying with those ready stuff, you know. It's once you like prepare for one scholarship, so it will be all ready in your computer, so you will use same documentation for all the upcoming scholarship. We talk how like you are increasing your chances to landing in a job by applying like as much as companies you can. It's the same about the scholarship as well. More scholarship you apply, more chances you will have to at least one of the scholarships. So yes.
Right. So please could you tell what are you going to do after your 2-3 years permission finish? I mean, if you want to continue living and working in USA. So if you continue to live, you extend, right?
So basically, 3
Green
years
card.
if you're a STEM degree. Yeah, it's such a headache for international students. So yeah, basically, if you're a STEM degree, you are allowed to work up to 3 years here in US. But if you want to move on, you are required to apply for H-1B.
Great.
It's a different visa type, and your workplace should be sponsoring you. That we want to continue with Elmira. She's such a good, loyal, I don't know, she's skilled employee for us, and we want to move on with her, and we're sponsoring her. Okay, if the companies agrees to sponsor you, you're applying for H-1B visa. It's like a lottery. Unfortunately, here in US, everything is like a lottery stuff, you know. You have to, like, you have 50-50 chances. If you win the H-1B, which my friend did last year, so he's on his H-1B visa, and it gives you additional 5 years of working permit. You can later extend it to 10 years, or if you win a
And get
green card,
nationality. Yeah,
win a
passport.
green card, married to a green card holder, doesn't matter. Just as soon as you're getting the green card, so you're good to go.
Great, great.
So yeah,
Green
this is
card
not a
is
financial,
this is a
like
green way.
this is not a legal or like financial advice, just based on true stories. Yeah, people are doing that.
Less risky way to work.
Right, like green card is the most legit ways. It gives you the opportunities as the citizens do. Only you're not allowed to vote for the presidential elections, but basically if you have a green card, you are a citizen. So in order to get the green card, there are a few ways. One is winning the lottery. The other one, like employment based, and it takes so long. The other one is marrying to a US citizen or a green card holder. Is there any other way that I
You
forgot?
told
I'm not sure.
already. Marry or green card holder.
This is the reality, guys. I
Not the
hope that I was
political.
like open enough.
It's a capitalist. It's a capitalism. You know, it's a capital.
Right.
Is a money. Is a money country. USA. So if you go abroad, so believe me, I'm living more than 3 years and a half
Yeah.
in abroad. The only things that you will be cared about when you are abroad is the money, because it's not a
Right.
country. It's not a country where you're born. You don't have a passport, and the only thing that you should do is work and continue your living and earn money and pay your taxes, and it's the only way to live here. So I'm living in
Right.
Poland, and I know friends from the other countries as well. Believe me, it doesn't matter any country. It's all about money, task, and
Yeah.
tax and legal
They don't
side.
like immigrants, but they all need immigrants
Yeah,
because immigrants are the working power for
let's
those
not
developed
say
countries.
immigrants, because many people take it as a non-legal people who come to the country. But let's
No, I'm talking about the legal
legal ones.
immigrants.
Okay, let's only legal part.
Legal people can also be immigrants. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, in term, it's the immigrants anyway. But people
immigration
take
is
that.
a moving pro. Like it's the general term. Like you are moving abroad, so
Yeah,
you are
exactly. But
migrating
people
from your
take.
country to other country, whether legally or illegally. You are moving from one country to another. So let's focus on the legal ones. Yeah.
Yeah, only some people say it like uni education or any academic education meaningless.
Yeah.
Focused on Udemy and get some international certificate. Is that logical? Any academic mean why it's meaningless? Come on, if you apply to the master, you have to show your university bachelor GPA, your certificates, like all of them matter. Work experience, university, international certification, all of them matter. So don't ever think that only one is needed, but all of them.
So
Never think about this way.
I
I know
just
the
want to see the
person
questions.
who applied to the Australia. She had a special drive link where she put all the certificates she earned in the school as well. I know that person. I know people who are like it. They add all certificates they learn. So don't just limit about one stuff, and earn and get experience and then move abroad. And about Friedrich, about Africa, I'm so sorry. It's about you can try green card. You can just apply. Maybe you'll win a scholarship, and even the applied position is costly. Even the application fee is just $100. Maybe the translations, your any documentations, they will again cost you. Yeah, it's capitalistic world and the USA. So I,
Mm-hmm.
there's,
So I just want to focus on some of the questions that we missed. Is
the
there any question that we missed, Nijat?
no, we didn't miss it. It's really insightful, helpful. I've learned many things. Now I have to go. Yeah, welcome. I will add a recording in our again. I'm sending links. Just don't miss them. I'm adding here. I will add to them to the school and
Yeah, I tried
presentation.
to cover as much as I could. It's already more than an hour, but if you guys have anything missed, if I didn't cover anything, just please feel free to ask. As I mentioned before, it's all about networking and collaboration because I don't think that people will ignore you. At least they will give you insights, like good insights, how smooth for them this process um, like happened, or like mine. I had complications. I had a lot of things going on after the COVID. The Because I moved here right after the COVID, and the things were different. Not all of the university were still like doing the offline education stuff, and